Hey all, welcome to the CIOPCC and this week's favorite collection. Now, normally Fridays are an acquisition report and the favorite collections are on Wednesday. So what's the deal? Well, didn't get time to get that favorite collection done for Wednesday and only picked up a couple things this week, so I didn't really have enough for a favorite or for an acquisition report. So, I'm going to switch some things around and do the favorite collection today, and it's going to be the silver section. Science fiction. We're going to start over here with the tower. Now, when we go around the tower, you're going to see some things mixed together because other things share the tower. Of course, Back to the Future science fiction. A few different licenses share the tower, as well as Western. And, of course, miscellaneous. I did get one thing this week. Might not have done an acquisition report, but Captain Pike showed up, and he is terrific. So I wanted to get him into this. Of course, he fits in nicely with the QMX and the X06 releases so far. And we come around this way, we've got some Next Generation. Jordy should be coming soon to fill that out. But he's terrific, great figure. Now let's go across here. Let's talk about some Hot Toys. Predator. There in the back, we got some great stuff. Big fan of Predator, I am. I wish Hot Toys would revisit some of these, especially the humans. They could be a lot better. But you know what? We don't always get everything we want. And I'm just going to have to live with the fact that I would really like some of these to be redone. It's been a while since we got a really good Predator or Alien from Hot Toys too. There's a little Twilight Zone. This is another one of those complete collections. Biff Bang Pow did these. These are their 8-inch sort of Mego-like figures. Got a few of their smaller Twilight Zone stuff in the front, as well as a couple of the $6 million man stuff. Down here we have lots and lots of Star Trek. Now this is all Playmate Star Trek, which you're going to see some carded examples of later. And we'll have some stuff both from Art Asylum and from Playmates that's still carded and boxed. But until then, I'll just show you what's up here on the top. There's lots and lots of loose Playmates. Big fan of Star Trek. Loved this line when it was out. But I was mostly more focused, believe it or not, in the original series stuff. Even though you see most of this is all from different shows, including Next Generation, Voyager, Deep Space Nine. That was thanks to a donation to the museum. Somebody actually gave me a whole ton of Playmates figures. A friend of mine. These are some of the Art Asylum figures down this way. They did a really nice run on this stuff. And you can see I kind of focused on the original series with those. Oh, you can see here we've got a few 112 collectives. They're going to start encroaching here on these. There's no doubt I'm going to have to rearrange and get rid of some of these loose Playmates figures to give the 112 collective stuff a little more shelf space, as it actually already takes up an entire 8-foot shelf above and has started to move down onto some of these other shelves. But that'll be not quite yet. There's some Back to the Future, as well as the spaceship from Mars Attacks. There's some various Star Trek replica toys, RoboCop from Hiya Toys, a few X-Files from Palisades. Come down over this way, you will see Hot Toys Tron. And up on top, on this side, we have some of the big stuff, quarter scale figures and statues. Pretty much all science fiction. Lots of Predator. Lots of great NECA Predator, RoboCop, and Alien there. So let's walk around to the other side, talk about a few more. Like I said, this tower has a lot of miscellaneous on it. It has a lot of other licenses. So we're going to go all the way down here to the bottom. Talk about a little bit of this first. This is Alien. These are from Palisades. This was a set. Also notice there's some RoboCop there in the corner. I said we'd have some Star Trek that was carded. This is some of the harder to get stuff. Then I still have carded some Predators, some Firefly. You'll see more of that in a minute too. More Trek. There's the Barclay that they did after the disaster with the 1701 Yar and Picard. You'll see more of that in a second too. Here we have Diamond Select Toys Stargate figures. They did a nice job with these. I didn't try to be any kind of completist with them. I did want to get that Stargate, and so that was sort of a Build-A-Figure that you had to put together. So I had to get enough of the figures to do that. I ended up with quite a few more than I thought I was going to. Some Men in Black. Those are prototypes, well, they're test shots. And Mars Attacks. There's the hat from Firefly. So we come down this way, we got some of the smaller Alien and Predator figures. These are also from Hiya Toys. They've done a nice job getting a lot of these out. These are just a 4-inch scale. Of course, as we come down this way, we get into some of the bigger stuff. Including the Queen Alien back there. You'll notice, again, there's some Spawn mixed in here. Like I said, there's some miscellaneous mixed in with some of this stuff. Next shelf up, we got some more Alien and Predator stuff. Dog Alien back there. Some different Predators. But we've also got things like the Hitchhiker's Guide. 9. Those 2 figures are great. I wish we'd gotten the rest of the numbers. Terminator. Hunger Games. And that Back to the Future stuff from NECA that I like so much. A little bit of Arnie love. And some aliens. Science fiction love extends down this way with some Matrix and X-Files. Let's jump up a row here and look at some more X-Files. Firefly. Mars Attacks again. McFarlane's RoboCop from back in the day. And then when we get past these X-Files here, we get down into another great series from NECA, Planet of the Apes. They did original movies. They did some stuff for the new movies. I've got a few from Hiya Toys in the scale too. I have to figure out what I did with those. I might have given them away. It is possible. Now let's look up on the top shelf. Sideshow did a great series of 6 scale figures for Planet of the Apes. They're all here. In back are some of the boxed variants. In front, all the regular figures, including the Hot Toys gorillas, and in back, the 2 Lawgivers, one with the blood and one without. And down on this end, we have the Star Ace from the new films. We come down around this way. I told you we'd see some of that carded Art Asylum too. There's a few of those. Here we have some Star Trek, including Mego. That is the prototype that Palisades did of Gene. Come down to this round this way. We get some more Mego. And of course the 1701, the card back there. It's one of the coolest things I ever found on the pegs. I remember finding that at a Toys R Us. Lots of astronauts back here from different periods, including Snoopy. Some Kubrick. Planet of the Apes. Some outer spacemen. Those are pretty sweet. And on the other side here, remember I said we'd see the rest of the Back to the Future guys over on this side from Hot Toys, as well as the Hot Toys RoboCop figures. Okay, so that really pretty much covers the what I would consider the science fiction stuff on the shelf. The rest will fall into that miscellaneous category, which is around here. This is the pink wall. That's miscellaneous. But instead, let's start down here at the bottom of the silver wall. In back there, you'll see the Robbie the Robot from Forbidden Planet. Excellent figure, especially for the price. In that wooden box there is the little pop gun, the little gun that fires based on the little caps, the cap gun from Flash Gordon. It's a terrific toy. Replica from one of the originals. Go Hero did that. They also did this figure here. You'll see him in a minute, but I just love the box. I mean, come on. How often do you get a package as cool as that? Turbo. We've got some more of the Planet of the Apes there and here from Hasbro. Remember, I like to show the evolution of things. There's that Robbie the Robot loose. And up here we're going to have some Alien and Predator busts. These are all from Palisades. Down here at the bottom, we have a few more mixed in, as well as these great Sideshow busts. These were done, oh my goodness, 20 years ago. They did a wonderful job on those. There's a Queen Alien bust. Come on down this way on the top. Some Predator Micro Machines. Remember those? Of course, Alf and E.T. Those count for science fiction. Not so much the Hellboy, but certainly the Firefly pistol and the Avatar knife. We get back over here into some more, after we talk about Men in Black, we get into some more of the Star Trek from XO6. Another one of the captains right there. Actually, two of the captains. Really love the Hot Toys Mars Attacks. QMX did a nice job with their Firefly, Malcolm Reynolds. And then we get into Hot Toys and Terminator. These are actually really nice figures. Really happy with all the work they did. A lot of people can complain about these on occasion, but I think some of these Arnie sculpts are excellent. And no, I haven't had any trouble with any of them. Pleather. Here we have one of the Palisades 2-ups. This was a 2-up for their 4-inch line they had planned for Terminator and never managed to finish before they went out of business, or even get started on, beyond the prototyping stage. And we finish off with the rest of those Hot Toys. Rod Serling there is a custom, and he leads us right into some Twilight Zone. Of course, Scully is here with us too, as well as Outer Limits figures. Oh, we got a nurse who's almost down there. Come on, nurse. You can do it. Stay standing up. Nope, she's not going to do it. I'll have to fix her later. It's that great thing about that museum putty, though. Put that on the bottom of their feet. They don't go too far. Add in those wires in front, and you can pretty well get rid of your stands. I need a couple of the Hot Toys Marines, but again, I'm not paying the big money for those, considering how bad they are, quality-wise, comparatively speaking. So I would really like Hot Toys to redo all 5 of those. Here we have Voyager, more XO6, the whole Voyager crew. And some of their Deep Space Nine, which they're starting out to do a really nice job with. More Star Trek. This is the 9-inch stuff. Takes up 2 shelves here in box. We have, in the back we have boxed versions that I haven't opened up. In front we have the loose ones. This is one I've done a collection suggestion on, because these guys are pretty cheap, something you can still get into, and they really cover up through the 90s pretty much all of the shows. I, again, focus mostly on original series, but then we get down here into some 9-inch Lost in Space, and up above, some 12-inch Lost in Space, most of which sucks. On the back shelf, we're also going to get some of the 12-inch Star Trek from Playmates, and in front, we're getting some of the X-Files, this time from Sideshow. They went a little deeper. 3.0 only gave us the 2. Some Doctor Who, and some great early stuff like Flash Gordon, Pulp Heroes, John Carter. Finishing up down here with another Predator. And at the very end, there's the Hot Toys loader and a nice quarter scale Avatar. Actually, it's a 6 scale Avatar. He just ends up being that big because of the size. And there we have it. Whew. I think that's all of the silver section. So until next time. Oh, I will just show you some of these posters down here. Some nice Trek posters. These were done by QMX back in the day. Some Mars Attack lights. Twilight Zone poster. So those are kind of cool. And since I called Elf science fiction, there is the San Diego Comic-Con Elf. So there we go. That should be good enough for now. I probably missed a few things, but what the heck. We'll be covering all of this when we talk about the miscellaneous section 2. We'll be coming through a lot of this stuff. But until then, hopefully you're having a great collecting week. Make sure you subscribe and have a great weekend.